So Saturday jobs, clear a few areas so I can get some of these bushes in. So it's a bit of strimming. You've all seen the strimming, won't go into that. And then what I'm going to do with the big area, because I can't plant it in a week, it's going to take ages. So in a bit of a blind panic, and it was on special, I bought some of that fabric membrane. Now it's probably not the right thing, but I figured something's better than nothing. So my plan, get some of that down, clear some areas, get some more of the planting in whilst the sun's out, because what a day. And then back into it in the evenings inside the house. I mean, it's not red hot, it's just a beautiful winter's day. The view's phenomenal on days like today. You can see all the snow on the mountains. Anyway, it's a good day for doing your washing. These little jobs, they just never go away, do they? Side note, that roof tiles, all the stuff I feckled the other day, that looks like it's worked. We shall see. No beams of light coming through when I'm, you know. I'll just show you the areas I'm trying to clear out. I think it's a good time to do some clearing here on the corner. This is as you come in, because I think on arrival it'd be nice to have a big colourful bush, really healthy bush to show sort of, you know, somebody lives here and cares for it. Otherwise, this area here, which is around the back of the lower barn, what's happened, I don't know if I've said this before, but when the community came to do all the drainage and they dug it all out to put the drains here, this one here, that tree's all right. The tree on the end's okay, but the other two, they're dead now. They were lovely, big, healthy trees, and which is such a shame. It happens, I suppose. So I'm going to clear that area out, put some bushes in, and then when I come back, I'll put some massive trees back there. Makes all this nice and private. Right, I'm not going to bore you with this one because you've all seen strimming before, and nobody likes strimming, do they? Can you imagine doing this on your own on a windy day?
No.
It would be
it'd be impossible.
Definition of insanity. Alright, so Joseph stopped by to help, which was fantastic actually. I didn't really know where to start with this. We ran out of hooks, so he's had to shoot off, pick up his son, and I popped to the shop by, well, they only had 10 packs. So I think if I tighten it all up, this might be alright, might work. Hey, time will tell, eh? When the winds come and then the heavy rains come, that's the only time I guess I will know. And I'll probably be in England when that happens, so that could be fun. I think I'll try and get as much of this done before the sun goes down. Obviously, but much today because it's dead calm at the moment. Can't imagine doing this in the wind. It'd just be a comedy show. What's interesting on this one is it's the first time I've had the benefit of putting a video out there and then seeing the comments come in before I then move on to the next piece. I forget which number it is. The one where I showed the reveal of this place with all the drone shots, and It's been up, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours. Comments are flying in, and like I said, I love the comments, and this is where, to be honest, it's priceless. First thing everyone said, sort out the banks, cover the banks, and I'm pleased I've seen those comments now, because it's given me a bit more confidence that this might work. I had no clue, if I'm honest. I mean, obviously, if I was here longer, I'd put more plants in it, more bushes in it, and ideally this would have been done in the summer. But as you know, beggars and choosers and all that, and all right, lots to do. I'll film a bit of it. You're getting the idea of this, but moving the camera for all the angles, it takes ages, and I'm against the clock. But long story short, thanks for the comments. This is where it really, this is where it really helps. Honest, really helps. Thanks. I think I'm getting an impression of, like you say, the rain can erode it away. So there was a little shower the other day. It was quite consistent. So, you know, 4 or 5 hours of rain, say. And yeah, you can see now in this corner here, it's obviously gathering there before it runs down. Everything else looks all right. Do I do another row before? Will I get another row in tonight? Sun goes down, got another half hour I suppose of light. Let's go for it. Well, I think I'll just tidy up the bits, and then when it's all set I can go back and knock them right in. I didn't knock them right in early on because when I tried that earlier, then you want to get one back out. Nearly impossible. So I've only like placed them while I set it all out, and now I'll just go and tidy it all up, and then I'll make a better job of the corner because I think that's the hot spot. Oh, this is hard work. Good job there's no wind. This would be impossible, I think, in the wind. I thought that cycle up the mountain was hard the other week, but turns out laying sheet over your garden is harder. I'll leave it there on the video because it's getting dark, and like I say, stop starting to move the camera. I'm not complaining, but it takes a chunk. It adds a hell of a lot of time to any job. So I'll pack it in soon because I'm pooped. So it's been a long day, got loads done. It was a good job Joseph came round. He got me going on this thing. It's one of those, you don't know where to start, but once you start, you know, you can figure it out. Like I say, lucky it wasn't windy. But out for dinner tonight. Somebody's around here house hunting and they're staying in a hotel in Coronado. So out for dinner, nice. Well, what a difference a day makes, eh? So yesterday t-shirt weather, today I am really wrapped up. It's not freezing, but it's very different. And so while I temporarily knocked everything in, it's quite good actually to see it in the wind whilst I'm here. You see behind me, you know, there's a few gaping. Today's a bit of a blend. I'm doing a bit of strimming, and then as I get exhausted with the strimming, because half hour of that, it's hard work, jump back onto this. This is, you know, and then a bit of digging and a bit of planting. So I'm sort of on a rotational thing. I suppose I should explain the gators. Got my boots on and I'm strimming in the deep stuff. There's all sorts in there. I have left that bit for a year or two, so it's almost head height. Loads of brambles. But again, I don't know what's underneath the metal things. And the other day while I was strimming, I caught something and it flicked against my shin. Hurt a bit. Didn't cut or anything, but I just don't know what's in there. So that's the last piece I think I've got to do, where then I have looked everywhere and I think then I've caught all the metal. Oh, I've pulled all the metal out. Do you get the idea? So there I was in the zone, really getting into it, and the shoulder strap is broken. And that thing's just too heavy to sway around whilst holding it. You need that extra little bit of support on the hip. But some great news, really good news. Yeah, it's not groundbreaking, it's not... I guess it puts in perspective what I consider good news these days. Hey? Anyway, cleared out. I've dug in deep as far as I can before my arms give up. And while I said before there are 2 dead trees, which is a real shame, there's a beautiful tree really struggling in the middle. I found it. I didn't know it was there, so I've gone gently around the edge. Poor thing's been trying to find a way through the weeds and it's come out sideways and then grown up, so I should be able to get that back vertical, I'm sure, because it's still young enough. I'll put a stake in, as I say, and saves me €30, doesn't it? I like those trees as well. Oh, that's... It's only temporary, just to try and get it to, I mean, it probably should find its own way. Now it's free anyway. The tree I found over there that was really stuck in, again almost invisible until I cleared it away. That's great now. It's like doubled in height in 2 years. It's don't know what tree it is. Right, I fixed the strimmer. Whew, I got probably an hour of strimming in me energy wise, and I'll get with everything else. Ugh. Oh, this is interesting. Footprints on the canvas. I think I get God, what are they called? They're like cats, really big ears, and a bit of a bushier, longer tail. Not a fox. Gannets are they called? And they make a funny noise, like a growly, as if they're sort of. So you can hear them in the distance, and I've never seen them near here. So they're quite small paws, and I have seen some larger footprints, paw prints. Might be a boar, don't know. I'll try and get a photograph because you'll probably know what it is, and I haven't got a clue on that. Another thing I haven't got a clue on. Hey, but it's all every day's a school day. All right, on with the jobs. Right, I'm no expert, and this isn't a how-to channel, but what I'm finding is if I'm doing it singly, as in just banging it through one play, it doesn't look that solid in the wind. So I'm sort of trying to double up the fabric, or triple it up, or roll it over, and then bang it through, which I'm hoping that'll make it stronger and less likely to rip in a strong wind. It's really difficult because look, I banged this one in earlier thinking that was in the right place, and it's not. So it's only one of these to sort it out, but when I'm running out of these things, I use them wisely. Oh. It's looking better. Good to see it in the breeze. Well, it's actually quite a strong wind today, so it's not a bad test. Okay. Whoa. A few to tighten up around the bottom edge of all this, and then it's been good. It's been out here 3 nights now, I think, and one night was quite windy, so it's not a bad test. And I'll go around later and put loads of bricks on certain parts that I think might get a bit gapey if the wind does pick up. But so far so good. Top tier done, middle tier nearly done, and I haven't started the bottom tier yet. Takes ages. Well, I got a lot more cleared than I thought I was going to. Kind of got into it, although it's exhausting. It's good to see it all open actually. It's the first time I think, stand down on the corner, I can see. I'm just planting a few things here, and while I've got all the extra fabric, I'm going to lay it down, see what happens really. I haven't cleared underneath properly, so I don't know if this will work or not, but I'm against the clock again to leave. I've got nothing to lose really. I'll just make sure it doesn't blow away in the wind and see what happens come springtime, whether it's helped or not. I think my long-term plan for this piece though is where those 2 dead trees. I'm going to wait till spring just to double check. That one is definitely dead. There might be some life in the other one. So I think then I'll plant 2 really big trees here. One further in away from this bush line which goes along the side of the driveway. And that should then cover one part of the views from the top. And also the neighbouring houses have a big light on all night long. So as I'm chopping the trees down, that light is beaming through. So it's just to block that really. No one can really see here. It's pretty private. Yeah. It's one of those cool misty days. It's beautiful this morning and then the mist has come down, so I'm hot, sweaty, but it's cold. Winter. Ooh. Another beautiful morning. It's the last day here before shooting off. So I mentioned to somebody about the olive trees that I've got. There's some trees that's been here forever, you know. There's loads of olives on them, and it's a bit of a waste actually because I can't harvest them. I haven't got time. So one of the neighbours has called in this morning. Oh boy, and asked if him and his wife can harvest the trees. I'm like, yeah, of course you can. Fantastic. So he's come to check now if they're ready or not. No?
Non c'è il busto. Ah, ecco. È piccola, è anche malata. La fregata il verme. Non c'è. Ha bisogno di una potata. Vieni tutto là. Adesso, se non del trattore, se no già le ha passata la terra. Non ha lavorata, fai qualcosa perché se no anche la pianta lì conviene all'uovo. E secca. Con l'escavatore.
He knows the guys who did the landscaping as well, so part of it I think was a bit of a nosy to do a check, or should we say a bit of quality control. Anyway, he was impressed, so that's nice. So he explained everything I'm trying to do and it was all good. And in fairness, he cottoned all the metal I've got out in the barns and stuff, so I think he had one eye on that and said, yeah, you can have it. So we'll sort that out when I come back. Just this fleeting visit, it's over before it starts, and so just as I get in the rhythm of things and I gotta go again. Oh, it's just too good. I mean, again, look at it now. What a difference a day makes. So I've got to get this down. I have to get this down. I am in a bit of a rush, and moving the camera around a lot, it does take a chunk out of your time. So I might do it just a before and after because I'm right against it today. Yeah. All good though, can't wait to be back. Haven't chosen the route I'm heading back yet. Might stop off in Germany because some of the markets should be open. Try a different town that I've not stopped in before. All right, let's get on with it. Big tidy up as well before I lock up. All right, a new roll, 50 meters long. Let's see how far this goes. Right, so walking backwards is an interesting way to do it while I was trying to film. So I've just marked it temporarily on the top so it doesn't blow around because I've got a few other things to do quickly, and then I can come back out later and pin it down from the top, and then I've run out of pins and the shop hasn't got any more in, so I'm gonna have to use like bricks and logs and all sorts. I think the mistake I made the other day, starting on the ends, whereas with the curve, it's better to start on the curve at the top and then go out either way, opposite directions. Because otherwise you sort of end up pulling and moving the fabric or moving the pins too many times. So start in the corner and then go out to the ends, and it should be quicker. Right, all jobs done. Last night here this year, and I'm feeling quite reflective on things. It's been a year, isn't it? This is the year I started this YouTube thing, which has been unreal, like funny, exciting and all that jazz. Time consuming, but honestly I'm not complaining, I love it. It's been amazing. And then the house, it's been another roller coaster. Permission, delays, trying to get things going, but things have really opened up this year and it feels amazing to sit here now and look at the view behind us. You know, I already can't wait to get back here. It's weird, isn't it, how these things grab you. Anyway, so I thought I'd have one quiet beer. Still got some jobs to do, tidying up the house inside and stuff, but and then the drive back. Which way to go, eh? Choices. So lucky to just meander through Europe. Love it. It's part of the experience for me. I mean, I have spoken to a few people lately about what they're really looking for, and how you're going to get there and back is a big part of it. That's where this suits me perfectly. Your Puglia or Sicily, it's too far for me. So what suits, eh? This is pretty good. Finished the canvas thing as well. Let's just hope that just doesn't blow away in the winter. I mean, I'm leaving and it's going to be one of those things where I'll just cross my fingers and try not to think of it until I'm back. Alright. It's been a great year, and there's 10 times more to do next year. That's alright. Say hello, send me a message. Might see some of you next year, who knows? Alright. Right, a bit of a mad last morning because in the middle of the night a bit of a storm came through. Wind, it's not rain, and yeah, the bits that I was pinning down all with bricks pretty much all blew away. So I'm dashing out to the shop now, and hopefully they've got a restock of those metal pins that I can hammer in, because the ones where I've hammered them in, they stood up to the wind. The ones where the bricks are just holding it down, no chance. You might hear the wine rattling in the back. That's for the journey back. Not of drinking on the way back, of course. It's for anyway, whatever. It's howling with wind, absolutely howling. I knew the stones alone wouldn't hold it down, so I had an idea to get a lot more to weigh it down, but it shows where it's ballooning up in parts. Seeing where I've done it well at the top, you can see it's gaping, so you know, a few hours of strong wind, that's just going to rip it all. So they had 9 more packs, there's 90 more pins. I probably need twice as many as that, so I've been going around the barns and things to look for heavy things that I'm just going to have to lay down over the top. So there's old doors, there's old windows, there's steel rods, there's all sorts, and it's not going to look the prettiest. But the prevailing wind is from the mountains across this way. It really rarely comes the other way. So what I was watching when it was absolutely ballooning and I was on the phone earlier, if I can catch it at the very bottom, that'll stop the ripple effect that then comes right the way through and balloons it at the far end near the house. I think it'd be fine. I mean, that top tier there is taking an absolute hammering. There's a gaping bit at the top, a little bit might rip there, so I should have, well, I've got no choice, have I? This is the thing. I just hope it doesn't blow off and then there's like massive sheets of black fabric blowing around Coronaldo and they go, oh, it's that bloody British guy. This is a good test for the microphone, I suppose. It's going to be quite difficult driving away from this and not thinking about it, isn't it? But maybe I have to download one of those meditation apps and look for the special meditation that's stop thinking about the black sheeting you've put down in your garden and get back to sleep. I wonder if there's a special technique for getting that out of your head. What do you think? Is it going to make it? Or will I find all this black stuff 30 miles away somewhere after a big storm? Will it survive the winter? I haven't got much choice, so, and it doesn't really matter what you say, to be honest, because it's happening. I don't mean that in a facetious way. It's challenges, challenges, challenges. But it's still an amazing space. When it does get landscaped and planted and steps go in it and terraces go on it, it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. And just like that, it's the end of another trip. Good one, this one. Got loads done, but missing it already.